and get on. My computer will go. Okay, we are recording. So happy Monday, you guys. Thank you so much for getting on. I want to start doing this with my new challenger so that you can feel like you're getting started off on the right foot. But then especially with this being LIIFT4, a new program. So maybe you've done a challenge group before, you kind of know how things work. I'm glad you're here because I don't want to freak you out by saying there's a lot to go over with LIIFT4. I mean, it's all very basic stuff, so it's not like you're going to have to sit and learn a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to start out with expectations for the challenge group, what you can expect from me, and then what I kind of expect of you and what you can expect of the group. So just to kind of lay the groundwork, we have our Facebook community and we also use the Challenge Tracker app. Sorry, my notifications are going crazy on Instagram right now. But anyway, my computer froze for a second. Anyway, Facebook community, that is for general posting. I do a daily post in there. It'll be something kind of motivational, something random, something funny, I don't even know. Check that every day if you think about it. But I want your main focus with us doing LIIFT4 together to be checking into the Challenge Tracker app. Within the app, if you haven't looked at it already, we can log our workouts and we log our shakes. You can also, with your profile that you created, add your before photo, your weight, your measurements, that sort of thing. And I want to stress the importance of logging daily. If you need to set a reminder on your phone until you get in the habit, do that. I think there's even an actual reminder setting in the app itself that it'll notify you and be like, you haven't logged yet today. But I want to stress the importance of that because not only does it hold you more accountable, but it gives us a way when I'm doing the weekly check-in with you, it gives us a way to look at how realistic you're being with yourself. If you're like, well, I've been following the program, but I'm not seeing results. And I'll go back and be like, well, you didn't drink your shake for the past week and it says you only worked out twice. So what's up? And I mean, are you going to maybe forget to log a couple days? Yes, that's going to happen. I do that too. But it can kind of be a reality check. If you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to, but you go back and look and you're like, okay, maybe I'm really not giving 100% like I thought I was. And so then when I am doing, we do the weekly check-ins, we'll have it for that. But then at the end of the program, I like to give away prizes. I like to do it for, the biggest transformation, but I also like to do it for who is the most consistent with logging their workouts and their shakes, because I think that is more respectable than, anything else is. So give your focus to the app for logging your workout and your shake. Go to the Facebook group when you have questions. If you like posting all your meals every day for accountability, I usually take a picture of every single meal I eat. It's just a habit I have because that holds me accountable. If you have, I know a couple girls have already shared motivational quotes and some recipes and stuff. I like to see all of that in the Facebook group. Is it wrong if you put it in the app? No. There's just more people in the Facebook group, and some of them that are silent lurkers that have been in there and they haven't done a program in forever. You never know if they're going to see you post something and maybe they know you, maybe they don't know you, but whatever you post might seriously reach out to them and you might inspire them to get back into it. So that's why I like to keep the Facebook community there. Let's see. And overall expectations, I'm going to tell you right now, I know the post this morning, it's pretty much the same thing, but you're not going to be perfect, you guys. And I want you to accept that and really just embrace the fact that this is going to be a journey. This is going to be a learning process. It's going to be trial and error. There are going to be ups and downs. And so as you embrace that and accept that, I want you to be okay with it. So that when you have kind of an off day, if you missed a workout, if you went and ate pizza when you hadn't really planned on it, I want you to be okay with coming to the group and opening up about it to get it off your chest so that you don't have any guilt, to hold yourself accountable to do better tomorrow, and to let other people in the group who are maybe struggling too to know that it's okay, that they are not alone, that you are not alone, because that's what's held me back before in the past, thinking that I'm the only one that has, lost progress or gained weight or whatever. So opening up about whatever struggles you have and realizing that, we're all in this together. So if you have an off day where you forget to post, or like you go on vacation for a week and you want to stay off your phone, please don't ever feel like you can't come back to the group because you haven't posted in so long. I was just talking to one girl a while back and she's like, well, I would do really well for 2 or 3 days and then I would, forget to post. And then I didn't want to come back in because that's embarrassing. I was like, girl, that is not embarrassing. And I said to her, I was like, do you notice when other people stop posting? She's like, no. It's like I'm paying attention, but like don't think of it that personally. Like there's eyes on you. There's no pressure, there's no judgment in this group. And I want you to understand that. Accept your flaws, accept everything that's going to go wrong, and just be okay with, taking 1 step forward, maybe 2 steps back sometimes. But as long as you keep going, you will eventually get to your destination. As I mentioned within the app, you can upload your before photos and your weight and all that. That'll be kept private, so don't freak out thinking everyone's going to see your before photo. If you are comfortable with sharing it publicly in the group, I do encourage it. I think it holds you more accountable to yourself. I post them. There's never been any negativity in a group, of somebody saying something bad. I don't foresee that with anybody in this group ever. But if it were to happen, I can guarantee you they would just have their ass kicked out of that group before they could even apologize. So I want you to just know that this is a completely, this is your safe space to come to. I talked about the weekly check-ins. Oh, I asked you what day you wanted to do your weekly check-in. I will keep note of that. I do ask that maybe you keep note of your check-in day too. And if you can message me first, on your own, and be like, hey, here's how my week went, here's the progress I'm making. I would love a progress photo. But if I don't hear from you by around lunchtime or evening, then I will reach out to you and be like, hey, can I have your check-in, please? And just give me a rundown, what did you do well with and what do you want to work on? Or what do you have questions on? Things like that. I kind of covered within the Facebook group, post any of your random things there. I get a lot of, and even from previous challengers, will message me personally with questions. And that's fine. I don't mind that at all. But sometimes it takes me a long time to get to my inbox. And then number 2, it's usually a lot of people have the same question. So it'll save me time and you'll probably benefit someone else if you post your questions in the Facebook group. And if you're asking something that could have several different answers, you might like somebody else's answer better than you like mine. You know what I mean? So post your questions there. So that's really just overall expectations. Make this fun, you guys. I know a lot of people are just scared to take just a workout selfie, but I'm going to encourage you to do stuff that challenges you. Get creative. Take a workout video of yourself. Prop your phone up on camera, timer, or whatever. I guarantee all of you follow me on Instagram. That's where I've met most of you. You see the shit that I do, okay? This is just going in a group. It's a private place. Just do it. It's fun, I promise. So anyway, now I'm going to kind of go over, like I mentioned when some of you were on here in the beginning, I just got off a call tonight with Brianne Freeman. That's Joel's wife. And then earlier this morning, Joel, the trainer, by the way, if you don't know who Joel Freeman is, he's the trainer, the creator of the program. Within the coach test group, he went live this morning and talked for about 30 minutes. So I listened to that. And I just want to share what they shared. In case you're not in the test group, I still want you to benefit from this information. So I do have my notes down here. And these are really just basic things. Don't feel like you need to take notes of anything, but if you want to, go for it. So first things first, you guys might not be aware, but this program coming out I just almost burped on camera. That's disgusting. But anyway, this program coming out right now is actually VIP early access. It does not officially launch until October. So you guys are a part of something so huge. Like, this is actually part of a test group. And like, I don't want you to feel pressure from that and be like, oh my God, what does that mean? It just means that you are part of the first, I think there's like 32,000 coaches in the test group. And I know you might not be in the official test group, but you're still testing it out before so many thousands of people. And that gives you the power to create an awesome transformation that could potentially be used in Beachbody's like marketing tools. Like, how cool is that? My upline coach, Erin, back when like an old program called 21 Day Fix Extreme came out, she was on the infomercial. Again, don't freak out, but that is just so cool to know that you could have like a positive influence on somebody because you're testing this out beforehand. You're taking the plunge to do something new, to try something new, and, you know, have to have the experience now before someone else does. So with that being said, sorry, I had to mute a couple people here. With that being said, I want you to treat this program the next 8 weeks, technically 9 weeks since this is prep week, treat it like you are in an official test group. Like, Beachbody sent you a contract and they were like, hey, we want to see what kind of results you can get. We want to see how committed you can be because we want some awesome success stories to share. So what do you need to do to take it seriously as a test group? Well, things that Joel shared today is, you know, first off, how do I follow the workout schedule? It's 4 days a week. If you haven't looked at the schedule yet, we work out on Monday, Tuesday, rest on Wednesday, work out Thursday, Friday, and then have the weekend off. Try to follow it to a T as it's laid out. If, you know, like something comes up and, you know, you're out of town on Tuesday and you can't work out and you need to move it until Wednesday, that's okay. If you know, say you planned to work out Monday night, but then you had a family emergency and so you missed Monday, just move it until later in the week. Be smart. Relax. Like, don't freak out that you're going to do something wrong and it's going to throw off the whole program and throw off your whole results. Just be a logical person. And if it is really bothering you that you don't know what to do, just ask. That's okay. But with the, sorry, phone, 3 rest days, I'm going to admit, you guys, I don't like the idea of resting 3 days a week. I think the bikini competitor in me that did an hour of cardio and 2 hours of weightlifting per day for 6 to 7 days a week, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of having a minor freak out that I'm only going to be working out 4 days a week. And to be completely honest, this morning I got done working out at the gym. I was like, you know, I think, you know, with only 1 leg day a week in LIIFT4, I'm going to add in an extra leg day so that I don't lose my booty gains. That's honestly what I was thinking because I want to compete again next year. And then after I got home from the gym, I was listening to Joel's call and he said, don't try and add in an extra leg day because you're afraid you're going to lose gains. And I was like, shit, he's talking right to me. But I'm just going to do it. I'm only going to do 4 days a week. So that doesn't mean you can't be active on those days. Like if you are training for a 5K and you want to run, or if you take a yoga class or a dance class, that type of thing is fine. Joel just really, really recommends that you do not add in extra weight training or high intensity cardio. A light jog is not high intensity cardio. So take it as you want. I'm not going to like yell at you if I see you working out extra. That, you know, this is your life, do your own thing. But if you want to really see just the full potential of the program itself, I encourage you to do that. Because honestly, in this day and age, a lot of us are overtraining. We've got to a point where we push our bodies too much and they can't recover fast enough. So they can't progress because they can't recover. So try and take those 3 rest days if you can. If you are doing other activities, try and have at least 1 full rest day where you aren't doing anything. 1 day a week at least. And then a little bit more about the workouts themselves. If you are new to weightlifting, which I know a handful of you are, which really excites me. I'm so excited that you're jumping right into a weight training program because I didn't do that. It took me a while to be brave enough to try weightlifting, and it completely changed my life. So, embrace the learning that's going to come with this. The moves, the weightlifting moves that are in the workouts, if you haven't done the before workouts yet, that gives you a really good taste of it. But if you haven't yet, they're so simple, you guys. A straight up just bicep curl. All you got to do is curl your arm. Shoulder press. All you're doing is pushing it above your head. Now I know, looking at it like, okay, but I have to lift heavy. I've never done that before. So start with some 5 or 10 pound dumbbells, you guys, and get a feel for proper form and how it makes your muscles feel. Because within each workout, you're going to be focusing on just like 1 or 2 muscle groups, and that's it. But as you get familiar with weightlifting, or if you are already familiar with weightlifting, challenge yourself to go friggin' heavy, you guys. And heavy is going to be different for everybody. Like, I know that when I started weightlifting, for shoulders are one of our weakest muscle groups. I don't know if you know that, but I was doing like 5 pounds for some shoulder moves. Now I can shoulder press like 25-pound dumbbells. So, but that's taken me like over a year and a half to get there. So just accept the fact that heavy for all of us is going to be different. But as long as you are challenging yourself, you will get the results, because it's going to be pushing your muscles to their maximum, and that's all you need. As for the HIIT cardio that comes after the weight training, HIIT, if you aren't aware, stands for high intensity interval training. It doesn't mean high impact necessarily. Yes, there are some like squat jumps and burpees that, you are coming up off the ground. But here's the thing, if you've never done those before and you're worried about, how it's going to work, if it's going to hurt your knees or maybe hurt your back, there's a modifier so that you don't have to go as, high intensity with it. Always recognize the fact that you don't have to keep up with the people on the video. If they're doing high knees and running in place at like 50 miles an hour and you need to cut it way back because you've never done it before, or that's just too much for you and where you're at, then do it. The modifier will still get you the results as long as you are pushing yourself. That's all that matters. There's also the bandifier. If you ordered like the full pack, you would have got the resistance bands that come with it. So if one day you don't want to use dumbbells, use some bands. Or if you don't have access to weights, you can use the bands. You can use the bands for the entire program if you wanted to. That's an option. Why should you lift heavy? This is my favorite, because lifting heavy builds more muscle. And if you ever come to me thinking that you're going to get bulky, we need to have a serious talk. Females cannot get bulky. Genetically, we don't have enough testosterone to get bulky. I don't know where that myth even came from, that girls get bulky. If you see a bulky female, it's because she's taking steroids and shooting herself up with stuff. That won't happen. You will look leaner. You will look more cut. You will look more toned. As every female that I ever talked to, I just want to look more toned. That's what this will do for you. So as you develop more lean muscle, you will look more shredded. Your metabolism is going to go up. So guess what? You get to eat more food. I don't know about you, but if I can eat more food, like, I'm all for it. So now moving on to food here. I know that this can be kind of a scary topic to talk about for females. Society has honestly ingrained in us that we have to constantly be eating less. And that is so far from the truth, you guys. I could go on a whole rant about how, honestly, a lot of times you need to be eating more to lose weight. But to start out, to work with the program, to follow the program, when you get into the nutrition guide, it's going to help you calculate, or really you just identify how much you weigh right now, and it'll tell you what bracket you fall in. And so you'll have the portion control containers that come with your pack that you ordered. You'll use those to portion out your foods. But here's the deal, and I have found this, and Breanne Freeman even touched on this. I have followed the containers before and then went and entered it into a calorie counting app in my phone, like MyFitnessPal. And like, say I fall in plan B, which is like 1,500 to 1,800 calories per day. It gives you a wide range, so you don't have to get like super obsessive over your calories. But when I calculated it, I was under eating. as to what the bracket said I should be. So if you are someone who likes the idea of tracking your actual calories in the app, go for it. If you don't understand macros though, and you don't know the proper balance of protein versus carbs versus fats, I wouldn't recommend it. Just follow the containers first. With that being said, start with the bracket that it puts you in, assuming the brackets are putting you in for weight loss, which I feel like is what a lot of females are going for. So for the first week, start in that bracket. I can almost guarantee you're probably going to be hungry the next week, and you're going to want to bump up a bracket. And truthfully, that might help you see progress faster. So if this confuses you, if this scares you at all, if you're afraid to eat more, I've had conversations with girls that are like, I get serious anxiety over eating more. I'm like, I hate that. I hate that we're at this point. So if you feel that way, please come talk to me. But regardless, start with the bracket that it puts you in the nutrition guide. And then like a week or two later, if you feel hungry, if you feel tired, if you feel like you can't recover well enough, bump up a bracket. You might even find yourself bumping up 2 brackets. That'll give you more fuel for your workouts. You're able to push harder, build that lean muscle, and burn that fat, you guys. Food is fuel. Incorporating the 2B mindset. I don't know if anybody on this call has done 2B mindset. I don't think so. Oh, we got 10 minutes left. I better talk faster. But 2B mindset, if you're not familiar with it, it's more of a intuitive eating. It's not like eat this much protein, eat this much carbs. It's really to help people that have kind of like emotional eating issues or overeating issues. So if you do find yourself struggling with that, like a lot, come talk to me. But regardless, 2B mindset principles, if they help you with emotional eating, use it, but make sure you're eating enough. I'm not going to go into detail because I don't think any of you use that. So anyway, supplements, because that can be part of your regular diet, depending on what your goals are. Supplements are not necessary. I will never preach that. You can get the results that you want with a proper diet of whole foods, but supplements aid in quicker results, essentially. So going over the Beachbody Performance line, there are 5 products. Talking to Brianne and Joel tonight, they recommended their favorite is their recovery shake, and that's what you take right after a workout. I wish I had the container with me. It's got about 20 grams of protein in it, BCAAs that help you recover. I won't get all scientific, but having that after a workout is going to, if you eat it with carbs, I like putting carbs right before my workout and right after. It helps fuel you, gives you energy before, and then once you've expended all that energy, you want to replenish that. So if you're trying to make a meal plan, put a yellow container, that's your carbs, before and after. Just a little suggestion. But anyway, when you have the recovery shake or any source of protein and a carb after your workout, that is going to be best for recovery, because a protein is what builds our muscles. If you don't eat protein at all, you would lose all your muscle. That's just fact. So when you consume protein and carb right after a workout, it's going to help replenish the energy that you expended and help build that muscle faster. Recovery is just a super easy and effective way to get that protein intake right after your workout. They make chocolate, which I am addicted to. It tastes like Nesquik chocolate milk, if you ever grew up drinking that. There's also an orange flavor. I know Kara drinks the orange, and she's a fan of that. And just a lot of people lack proper amount of protein. So this is just a really, another way to get that in if you're not big on like eating a lot of meat and stuff like that. There's also a nighttime protein shake. It contains few different ingredients. There's like so many different types of protein I can get into, but this one that you take before bed, it's called Recharge. It only comes in vanilla flavor. I tried it. I think it tastes like a cupcake. Some people think it tastes like butt and they don't like it. But anyway, just another way to help you recover. Kara's over here laughing. To recover while you're sleeping. sleep is super important. Don't ever forget that. If you're someone who, I used to be like this, like, yeah, I can sleep only 5 hours and function. No, you can't. You need like, I'm going to tell you 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I know a lot of you are moms and you might be rolling your eyes like that ain't going to happen, but please try your best. So the recharge is a protein to be taken before bed. Creatine is a non-flavored supplement that you would add into, I think you'd probably take it with your pre-workout. It really just helps you push harder in your workouts, and not like with a boost of energy per se, like you won't feel anything, but it stops your muscles from fatiguing so like as fast, so you're able to push out a few more reps or lift heavier, and therefore get quicker results. You can buy, I'll be honest, I usually buy creatine from like Amazon or somewhere else and not the Beachbody one. Just putting that out there. Like they have it out on Amazon. If you have specific questions about creatine, again, message me, post in the group. Energize pre-workout is life, you guys. Like this is my number one because I usually like to work out in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I'll be honest, like the only thing that gets me out of bed is the thought that I get to go drink Energize. It is caffeine, so if you're sensitive to caffeine, it might not be your best bet, but it really helps me like get pumped up to go work out, especially after a long day if I'm dragging. Like everybody, I feel like, can use caffeine, you know what I mean? So pre-workout is great. Hydrate is one that you can take during workout. Honestly, not necessary for these workouts because they're shorter. Hydrate is really just for like longer workouts because it replenishes your electrolytes. They have sample packs of all of these things if you want to try like before committing to it. And then Shakeology. This would be my number one. This is my number one non-negotiable priority every single day. This is what gives you nutrients, guys. Our bodies do not get the nutrients and vitamins and support that they need to function properly from a regular diet. Even if you're eating healthy, you still can't get, the maximum dose of like vitamin C and vitamin A and all of those things, your probiotics to help with digestion and prebiotics to help boost your immune system. You just can't get that unless you're eating like 12 salads a day and popping about 10 different bottles of vitamins, So Shakeology is so cost effective for what's in it. I want you to understand that, and the quality. I know a lot of you, like when we kind of talked about Shakeology beforehand, before you signed up, you're a little hesitant, and that's totally normal. I had those same reservations when I first started drinking it. So I'm going to encourage you to, for this first month, if this is your first month drinking it, be consistent with it every single day to experience the full benefits. That's what I did my first month. I hated the taste of it because I did regular chocolate. Regular sucks. You got to be team vegan all the way. I did regular chocolate. It sucked. So I was like, I ain't buying that anymore. So I didn't order anymore. And then after my first week without it, I was like, why do I feel like shit again, even though I haven't changed anything? Oh, wait, I stopped drinking Shakeology. So talked to my coach. She's like, yeah, do vegan. And there we go. I've been drinking it for 3 years now. I had to work it into my budget for the first couple of years, but it has been so worth it. And it is my lifesaver. I'm going to be traveling like 16 days out of the month of July. So Shakeology will be like my right-hand man and my resistance bands to get my workouts in. So we have 2 minutes left. I have one comment here. I'm going to try and look at it. I've never read a comment before. If someone doesn't sign up, I said 16. Okay, Kara asked, if someone doesn't sign up by July 16th, which is launch day, next Monday, can they still get early access, or is there a cutoff? I'm 99% sure no. They can order anytime after July 16th and get that VIP early access, because regular access doesn't come out until October. So you guys are way ahead of the game. But Kara, I just believe Monday is the cutoff to get in the test group. Pretty positive on that. I feel like I covered everything. I got my notes here. Oh, what to do. I have less than a minute. What to do after the 8 weeks. We're going to continue on. You might do another round. You might look at another program on Beachbody On Demand. And please don't get obsessed over the scale. You're going to be building muscle. It might not go down. Guess what? I got to get a team pic. So everybody smile. This is going to go on like my Insta and my Snapchat because I love you guys. Thank you so much for getting on. I'm going to end the call here and I will post the recording in our group page. See you guys later.